There is a blistering and caustic pimple on the gaming industry. A malicious infection that is spreading to and decaying everything it touches. And honestly, it is ruining our hobby. When done correctly, open world games can be a really fun time. I have thoroughly enjoyed my experience with most of them. Let's take a look at The Witcher 3, for example. Now, what I want to do is I want to come over here to this random location on the map and show you a great example of what an open world game can do. So, let's go ahead and walk on over there, and I'll show you why The Witcher 3 is such an amazing game. And if we just go over to the question mark... What? Okay, there's nothing there. Maybe it's below. Let me go ahead and try and find a way to go down to where the question mark is. There just seems to be a lot of buildings here. Not really any way to go down there. Okay, well, maybe for a second it just didn't work. So let's go ahead and go back to the question mark, see what we can find here, and well, okay, bad example. Let's try again. Now, what I really like about The Witcher 3 is the fact that every single question mark has something different to offer. Like this one has... Okay, that's also a bad example because this question mark is just a monster nest and they're everywhere. So let's try this again. Alright, final example, and I think that this one is going to work out for us because, look, there's this whole town and there's this guy that wants to give us a quest. So let's go ahead and see what needs to happen here.
Perhaps you could help me.
Oh, yeah, I am a strapping lad. What's up, my friend? Finally get to see some action of The Witcher. Oh, yeah, he wants me to kill some stuff. Let's do it. And it's over. Oh, well, alright. Hopefully he still gives me a good reward.
Have you seen to my storehouse?
Storehouse was full of rotten meat. Attracted ghouls I had to get rid of.
Saint Lebioda's calloused heels.
What? 5 measly experience? Flawless.
Flawless victory.
This actually brings me to one of my main ideas, and that is of fatigue. Even a game like The Witcher 3 suffers from it. Here is a building. I go through the crowd and climb up the building. There is an enemy up that building. He spotted me, and now he is dead. His lifeless body limp on the floor. I look at my map and see how much I have to go. What is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose of exploration? At what cost is this entertainment, and why don't I feel anything after killing all those men? Open world fatigue is something that we all deal with on a personal level. And it's not in video games. It's a real life thing. It is the same fatigue that hits people in their 40s after they have lived vicariously through their spouse and all their kids are out of the house. They realize that they have done nothing with their lives. Everyday shit keeps piling up, and they never have any time to think about the past year, or past 5 years, or what they have done in the last 20 years, and in the end, they are left hollow. It is the same with gaming. Every time you collect something, grab something new, you are doing the mundane shit that you put off in your real life. You are just accomplishing something small. Just this time, it will only take 5 minutes tops. And then you realize you've been playing for 20 hours and you've collected half the loot boxes and have no sense of accomplishment. Let me repeat. Loot boxes give you no sense of accomplishment. So, what's the solution? Most of the very best games I have ever played have decided to ditch the open world formula in favor of a more straightforward, story-driven experience. What a strange phenomenon. One of my favorite game series as I was growing up was Splinter Cell. Those games were legit, fun, and had many choices that players made in how to tackle problems. Each level could be studied, patterns of enemy movement detected, and the best ways to solve the problems analyzed. In these tight places, these levels, a lot of detail was put in to allow players to choose how they want to proceed, and each choice was given a viable route. Creators of open world games rely on procedural generation and what they call emergent gameplay. What that means is algorithms and rule sets govern the open world games we play, and if certain variables are met, something happens. Now, emergent gameplay was something thrown around by a lot of corporate people, including Peter Molyneux, in which if you know anything about him, you know that he knows video games and he can be trusted.
What we're going to be doing is focusing on a few features and polishing those to the highest possible level we can. And the first feature I spoke about was how come the screen's gone black.
Emergent gameplay and world building in video games sounds like an amazing idea. Actually, the definition of it is world building is a procedural generation that creates general rules in which are used to construct a believable world. This is what makes Horizon Zero Dawn's animations look like this.
Get a hold of yourself and listen. The only voice that matters is mine. Now step back from the edge.
Yes. 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 They are spirits. You are of the flesh.
The problem with this is nothing is custom made. Some game companies still choose to painstakingly create every detail in every level and NPC they make. This creates immersion with the player and allows them to feel like they are in that world. LA Noire to me is one of the best in this. Each scene was acted out by real people, and their emotion was captured and put into the game. When you have detail of this level for your entire game, it is definitely going to stand out. The Last of Us did it with its story, and I will never forget the gut punches that ensued after playing and finishing that game.
Sarah. Baby.
Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby.
No. 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 Please.
Open world games have their place, but everyone is trying to make their game open world. If we go back to what it was, where we had linear, more story-driven games, concentrated perhaps with many sandboxes, I think that we as a community will see a great improvement in our games and in our attitudes. In conclusion...